Well, well, well. I ended off last season with a 69% win rate, and I played Barbarian for roughly 90% of it. So, I wanted to share with you guys what I used to end up with a rather decent win rate. One of the things that I have been missing with my guides is the Reforges, and I'll go over that this time. So, I use two-piece V2s, right? And I use four-piece Gloom. I'll explain why as we go through the video when I show you guys the example. I use Grinning Effigy for my helm. I use Tracker's Rage. I want to use the new slow chest, but to no avail ever since the patch came out with the new essences. I have not gotten lucky with getting the new chest piece, but I think that might be worth a try. I use the Flame Sprint shoulders. I use the good Furious Charge, which knocks up your target. And I use a Rending Bite for my main hand. And I use the new Flame Offhand with everything, right? The new Flame Offhand gives you pretty much a full uptime on Wrath of the Berserker, not necessarily in PvP, but in PvE it works. It works wonders because you pretty much have no downtime on it if you have just this piece awakened and a little bit of beneficial effect duration. So as for my Reforges, it's easier to look on this screen. So I use three-piece Tremor with a primary attack with a chance to reduce enemy attack and movement speed, stun resistance, knockback resistance. I use that on three pieces. And for my fourth piece, for my third piece, I go with the fourth Tremor bonus so that I can get the extra 10% damage on it. For the most part, I use Jolt, which is damage taken from players, damage taken while you're in loss of control and beneficial effect duration on all three of the other pieces. So I run 3 Jolt and 3 Tremor. As for my fourth and fifth slots, I always use attack speed and damage to enemies suffering loss of control. I actually need to reroll this. I just noticed that. And with the exception of this piece, and I've also been thinking about just using the damage to enemies suffering loss of control, just because it's just even if it's nerfed by Strife, it's such a high increase in your own damage, and it works even on people that are slowed. So you pretty much have like a full uptime on it if you're autoing anybody, if your Seeping Bile is on them, if they're ticked by anything, right? So let's see, did I miss anything? Paragon tree, you pretty much almost have enough points to run through all of it, but I pretty much max out life and damage. If you wanted to, really try hard, then I would say that you could even do the Survivor tree or Mastermind, whichever one suits you best, and whatever kind of group composition you may have. Anyways, let's go over and watch a clip that I went ahead and saved. This was a pretty good attack, and you guys should know by now what I try to do at the beginning, and that is make space for my team. And you're gonna see that here in this video as well. So first things first, I try to disrupt the enemy team. I try to make it so that my team doesn't take damage themselves. What that does is I pretty much will almost always try to sacrifice myself, even if it means just me dying, right? This could have ended up better, but they had really good coordination with their crowd control, the amount of condemns, the amount of knockbacks that they had. And as you can see here, I'm even popping some people's cheat deaths. And as you can see there, I drew the entire enemy team to attack me. And what that enabled was us to clear the first phase in a rather quick manner. Uh, I noticed that my team was grouped up in a ball and there are two people here waiting for me at spawn, so I went ahead and engaged them. Got a kill there and try to clean things up here. Always try to help your teammates. If you see someone down or about to be down, try to peel the enemy whales off of them. Just do as much as you can and try to get out if you're low. And if you're getting low, if your Undying Rage is proc, try to get the most out of it. Furious Charge onto somebody to get a little bit of a heal. What you'll see here is when Furious Charge is procced, I think it's best shown in game. This is one of the things that a lot of people don't quite understand, but you heal for 30% of the damage that you deal when you are in Undying Rage, right? This is particularly the reason why I like running the sprint shoulders, why I like the new Wrath of the Berserker offhand, why I like Rending Bite. Not only does it increase the damage that you do, but all of the DOTs that you have ticking on enemies, all the DOTs that you have in the floor and stuff like that, get 30% of the damage that you're dealing back when you are in Undying Rage. As you'll see here, you constantly see these ticks of health right here. I'm constantly healing, so all of the DOTs that I'm taking, they're getting nullified and I get to walk away for free. Wreck out there trying to pick off my team, he ended up dying. There's people dying constantly just to the AoE fire damage, the ticking of Grinning Effigy. This was a little blunder. I thought that Apeos was clicking the idol, but then I think he thought that I was clicking the idol, so he walked away and healed. So here I am trying to make some space with Waffles using his Waffle Wall to block out the enemy team, but Rekov over here, he made his way around, but we ended up cleaning him up real quickly. Here's the wall doing work, and as you can see, make space. Constantly try to make space and make it so that the enemy team is not killing your team. As you can see here, you constantly see the green pluses, right? This is me healing 5k, 3k, 7k. And by the time that I get out of that, I actually have like 10% of my health remaining. Here, working in cohesion, Waffles ends up dying to Rekov's pouncing shields. A terrible charge from me. And here I am, I noticed that there's only one person on the point with my team coming to back up, so I'll try to make some distance here, try to make some space, and I try to make it so that my team can just fight the one person that was on point by themselves. By themselves, I meant like 4 or 5 people hitting one other person. So here it is. Whenever you guys see a Crusader pop their bubble, pop their banner, just try to avoid them during that time because you're not gonna end up winning that trade because you're doing no damage. A lot of people don't understand that, and that's why I'm even saying it. Here it is. You see that he has bubble. Snow also has bubble, so I'm just gonna walk away until the bubble is gone. Twister's on the point. Man, I really want to watch that again because I think my Howlers does a lot of healing here. So, around this point, you'll see me get procced. You'll see that my Undying Rage proxy, right? I'm at 0 health. And here it is. So the charge healed me for about 20k or something like that. But what you'll see here is the amount of healing that this Howler's Call ends up dealing. Do you see that chunk of health? You don't really see it because there's too many numbers, but yeah, my Howler's Call ends up proccing this Demon Hunter right here with a stun and healing me for a good chunk of my health. I really do think that right now Barbarians are a little bit overtuned with the no cooldown, Wrath of the Berserker, just overall survivability. Um, I do kind of like the current state of the game because even Demon Hunters are hitting hard now, but I think Wizards need a little bit of love. But to play Demon Hunter at the moment, you really need to be very skillful. Here it is, pushing on, healing whenever your Undying Rage is down. There it is again, the Pouncing Shield Crusader meme meta. Pop banner and toss out your 3 shields. Just walk away from it. Here it is. And again, just get to walk away, right? It's kind of ridiculous as a barbarian, but you have to be very careful of the interactions and the engagements that you do choose to go in, because there is a 10-second 10-second window where you can die. So here it is, trying to make space for my team. Even though my Undying Rage was down, I still went forward. And fortunately enough here, I didn't end up dying from there. But I think to push forward with us running out of time here, we have 2 minutes left. So there goes my cheat death. Getting proc, clean up the point, go back, try to make some space. My Undying Rage is a 4-second cooldown, heal on the point with my friends. And then back to business. I think that the gameplay is very linear. It's all about hitting your charges and getting auto attacks in. I think that there's a slight variation that you can do with the build, going with like 4-piece Grace or something like that. As you can see here, I end up dying. I try to push this Demon Hunter back so that he's not free auto attacking on my team. He actually makes whoever this is makes a bad decision, because he could have been on point right now, but he's sitting back here, and we end up getting the idol in, despite there being 3 people alive on the enemy team near the idol, which is just bad play on their part, really. I honestly think that the defenders could have won this just from the pure defenders bonus. But props to my team for not dying very often and giving us time to push the idols and have a successful win at this bout here. I thought the specific match was a pretty good one, because we were down 1 whale and we still ended up winning despite being on attack. So GG's to everybody. And I don't really know what to say about Barb, because at the end of the day, I don't think it really takes a lot of skill, but to play a barbarian successfully, you need to have patience. You need to have good decision making, right? You don't necessarily have to be the best player. You actually don't even need to play Furious Charge. Just the overall kit of the Barbarian at the moment, with longer duration Undying Rage that you can even have on your helmet, which is Ancestor Steel or something like that. I still haven't gotten that essence. It just makes it for a very good high damage class at the moment. So if you were to ask me what are the best classes for PvP in Diablo Immortal is, I would rank it as a Necromancer, Barbarian, Monk, Crusader, Demon Hunter, and then Wizard. that's what my current class ranking tier is. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to cover there. I think that barbarian gameplay. Yeah, as I said, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I think overall the class is very boring to play. It's very linear. It is very fun to just keep getting away out of scuffles because no other class can really heal to a full health after getting tossed down to zero, right? So that aspect of it is pretty fun, but to play the barbarian to its full strengths, I do think that you have to play it with furious charge, which will enable you to kill even the biggest whales with two furious charges. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys end up using my build or a variation of the build, which there's not really a lot of build diversity with barbarians. You either run lacerate and furious charge, or you do something with whirlwind and the gathering. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you all next time. Bye. Peace.